to our special edition of Behavioral Health Bites. Today we are celebrating Pride Month here at Community Counseling Center. I am Julie Wisdom, the training specialist here at CCC, and today we are diving deep into an important topic, the LGBTQIA+ mental health. As a community that values inclusivity and support, we recognize the unique challenges and strengths within the LGBTQIA+ community when it comes to mental health well-being. Joining us here today is Alex Gould. He is the co-occurring specialist here at CCC, and they are bringing their own expertise and perspective to this discussion. Together, we'll explore how identity, acceptance, and societal factors shape mental health outcomes for the LGBTQIA+ individuals. Let's start by learning a little bit about you, Alex.
Thanks for having me, Julie. So my name is Alex Gould, he, him, his, and I'm a very proud and openly gay man. Which took me quite a journey to get to. I'm from a little town in Arkansas, and I migrated up myself to the big city of Cape Girardeau. And funny enough, I am clearly openly gay and proud, but I actually did not come out in acceptance of who I am until I was 24. So at the age of 24, when I say I came out, I mean I accepted my sexuality for who I've always been, and that was to one friend crying on a couch. Not my prettiest moment, but it was my beginning of my journey that I was going on. And I'm very excited to tell you all more about it because I started at 24 and I didn't actually officially come out to the world till February of 2020, right before the world shut down. And just last year, I made it Facebook official, so.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing a little bit about yourself. Can you share some of the common mental health challenges that the LGBTQIA+ individuals face and how these might differ across various identities within the community?
Absolutely. As I said in the beginning, we as LGBTQIA+ community all are on a journey of understanding who we really are, and a journey of acceptance for ourselves and from other people. So one of the biggest challenges is that many gay people face is depression, confusion, and not seeking out services. There's a lot of stigma to that, but I want to say the biggest challenge is just knowing I can go for mental health services without judgment and accessing them.
So how does minority stress, such as discrimination and stigma, impact mental health outcomes for the LGBTQIA+ individuals?
Oh my goodness, I think this is a big one because this discrimination is like, can I come to a certain place for therapy and not be judged? Will my pronouns and my chosen name be accepted? These are all barriers that affect mental health services for my fellow people in the LGBTQIA+ community. And just coming to a place like, clearly I work community counseling center, and just knowing like all the staff here, from support staff to the clinicians, they are going to accept you for your pronouns and your chosen name, and we're going to make sure that you are accepted. And that's been a huge blessing. I'm a counselor. I'm not here to talk about myself, but I want all of my people that come to my office know that they are safe and I will respect them.
So what are the mental health implications of coming out, especially in an unsupportive environment?
There's definitely a lot of implications. For me personally, I grew up in a small town, Arkansas, and it was not the most accepting, or really, to be frank, safe environment to be my authentic self. Part of that is I was not able to come out in high school just because of all the bullying. I have a lot more feminine characteristics because I was raised by all women. And so I would constantly have a guard up and acting like I was one of the bros. And it just really affected my mental health. It caused me a lot of increased depression and really prolonged my journey of being able to come out. Even in college, I had built up this wall of being this straight, masculine man that I really thought I was. And part of it, I did miss out on some college experiences because I was too afraid to come out. And I wasn't talking about that with my therapist at the time.
How can families, schools, workplaces, and communities better support the LGBTQIA+ individuals during their coming out process?
There's a couple of very easy things. Number one is their coming out process. So for you listening in this journey, whether you're open, you're discreet, or still figuring things out, it is your journey. Take that time to care for yourself. And for those for bosses, just say, okay. Period. I was so blessed when I worked for a community counseling center back in 2016 to 18 before I moved. I had a boss that was openly gay, and her and her wife were very supportive. And I come back to the company, and my boss, I had no concerns about it. She has been very accepting, and she always just makes me feel value as one of her employees. I'm gay, and she respects me and makes sure I'm okay, but that's not a big factor for her. And just knowing that I'm accepted because this is who I am, and appreciated for the work I do, regardless of my sexuality, is a huge thing I think we as community need to continue to work on.
Okay. So how do LGBTQIA plus communities foster resilience and support each other's mental health?
Here's the thing too, I think it's important. We are so big on mental health. It's like hashtag self-care. Yes, and let's also do that with a professional. Being okay with like, you know what? I'm here to support you as a friend, and I think you could benefit from like seeing a clinical therapist, talking to somebody. Julie, you and I were talking about earlier, accessing the 988 number.
Yes.
So
yes, that is a super good resource that we have. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah. Unfortunately, when I was younger, I did not have access to 988 because 988 is a great crisis line that you can call or text. So maybe you're too ashamed, or you could be like me, a crying mess, and you're like, I want somebody to see my awful makeup. You can text 988 and get that support just over the phone. I've also taken some of my clients who are needing some additional assistance because they didn't feel safe in their environment or safe with their thoughts to our wonderful Behavioral Health Crisis Center, where they will also accept you for your chosen name and your given pronouns.
Yes, that is a really great resource that we just opened up. If you haven't looked into it, please look into the Behavioral Health Crisis Center. It is partnered with Gibson and Community Counseling Center, so just check that out. So in your view, what are some key areas where advocacy is needed to improve the LGBTQIA plus mental health outcomes?
I think some of the resources needed is just like, for example, here at Community Counseling Center, everybody gets in training on acceptance. So it's not only the clinicians, it's the support staff, it's all these wonderful people behind the scenes. Just because we as staff, we're able to put on our chosen names and our pronouns if we would like to on our name badges, which is a huge blessing because if that's important to you as somebody coming to see services, you already know and feel more comfortable. And you also, for us staff, if our pronouns are different, we can display them if we so choose to, and it's not required. And so I think that's just a step forward to accepting mental health services, especially for my trans brothers, sisters, and non-binary people.
So how can behavioral health and wellness agencies like ours, CCC, contribute to creating a more supportive environment for the LGBTQIA plus individuals?
I know me personally, like I'm not trained to share like the peer support specialist, but I have this rainbow lanyard. Some people can view it in many different ways. I also have a beautiful rainbow tree when you enter my office where it shows that you are welcome, you are respected, and people look at that in different ways. So I want to make sure that everybody feels welcome and safe wherever they are on in their journey, because that's just it. I will never want to rush somebody's journey because I did not want anybody to rush my journey of accepting who I am. So I think for agencies to take that stance of this is your journey, how can I help you with your emotions, how can I support you with your mental health, and how can I help you with those coping skills so as you're hiking on this journey, you're more well prepared.
Good. We also have our Clyde Community here at Community Counseling Center. Do you want to share a little bit about what they do?
Absolutely. So we have a wonderful Clyde Committee that actually brought some awareness to like this month for Pride. So our company the Clyde Committee sent out this wonderful PowerPoint slide on what is Pride. Because you hear the word Pride, some people get different ideas. For me, to be able to celebrate Pride is for 30 years, my goodness, can't believe I said 30 years. For 30 years, I'm having to like hide who I was based on where I'm from bullying, to just not knowing. So to be able to come out and be like, this is who I am, this is who I've always been. Our Clyde community does a lot. They also sent us great historical information on Juneteenth that we recently celebrated, Men's Mental Health Awareness. And so for companies to take that stance on, this is Pride, this may mean something, and this is what it means and where we've come from. So it's not just happy Pride, it's this is how Pride originated. It made me feel honestly so much better and welcome knowing that across the whole company, everybody gets to read about this.
Well, thank you for sharing that. As we wrap up today's discussion, we hope our conversation has shed light on the complexities of the LGBTQIA+ mental health and the importance of compassionate care. Thank you, Alex, for sharing your insights and experiences. And is there anything that you'd like to share for anyone that wants to come out, is planning on coming out in the future, or doesn't know what they want to do?
I'm going to tell you right now, Hunty, this is your journey. This is your time to shine. Make time for that. It's a long journey. So pack your water bottle, by AKA seeing your therapist, having a therapist. That way they can help you fill that cup out. For the family members that are taking the time to watch this, and for bosses, coworkers, this is their journey. Show them that you care through your words, your actions, maybe a little sign. Everybody, when I worked here, everybody knew I was gay, but I did not want to admit to it. Nobody rushed me. People respected me. So when I got to share the news with them, it was a hug, or I already knew, and I still love you the same way, or I respect you the same way. So for people, just remember, you got a friend in me, and this is your journey.
Thank you. So please join us next time on Behavioral Health Bites as we continue to explore topics essential to mental wellness in our community. Remember, support and acceptance are fundamental to promoting positive mental health outcomes for everyone. Happy Pride Month from all of us here at CCC. Bye.
Bye.